All righty. So, hello for our final panel for the Saturday edition of the 2022 Coastal Magic Virtual Convention, our 10th anniversary, and we are fitting everyone in tonight, so that's cool. We're going to talk to some friends and family. Actually, I think we've got all family at this point, so we're going to talk to some family members of some of our featured authors and find out some little tidbits about living with our authors and how they react to things and little quirks and, you know, all kinds of fun little anecdotes and things like that to see how we can get to know our authors a little bit better. So that's where we're at. I think we'll start at the top. Peter, if you want to introduce yourself, tell us who you're connected to.
Okay, my name is Pete Wheeler. I'm Lucienne Diver's husband for almost 25 years.
Very
Nikki.
cool.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay, so who do we have down with Violet?
Hi, I'm John.
Hi, John. You're awful cozy, so I'm going to guess we're talking to husband.
Just a neighbor that stopped by for coffee.
Just a guy that you thought looked, you know, this guy's cute. Let's bring him in.
You can get down, buddy?
Yeah. It's Saturday night, you know, come on in.
There you go.
Take a bath.
There you go.
Nick is
Okay,
declining
so-
to participate anymore.
So Tawdra's, is the dog out of here?
Yeah, he's decided he's not going to participate anymore. He's going to go find a good chair and sleep.
That sounds like a plan. Sounds like a
I
plan.
think I'll follow his lead.
Oh no! But
No, I got to get back to the poker game after this. So
I see a whole little box full of girls down there. So who is that?
Who are you?
Delia.
You're Delia. Yeah.
yeah.
We were on girls' weekend. So we have here and Kate.
Haley.
Haley. Devin, are you sticking your head in?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Here we go.
There we go.
And the baby is asleep. So
Oh.
I feel like the baby probably wouldn't have a lot to add to the conversation at this point in her career.
and Delia has I made chocolate pudding. We made a homemade pasta dinner and chocolate pudding for dessert, and Delia's enjoying it before she goes to bed. So
Nice. Very
That's-
cool. Okay, so my first question was going to, well, it still is. When you first met our featured author that you are connected to, were they a writer at that point, or did it come after you two met and got together or got connected? Now, that question is going to be, well, no, maybe not. Might not be different for Tawdra, because I don't know if we'll get to that. Peter, was Lucienne writing when you guys met, or was that something that came after you guys got together?
Not actively writing. I know she had been writing when she was, younger,
Mhm.
but she was busy starting her career. She didn't really start writing again until after Abby was born.
Okay,
And,
very cool.
Yeah.
John, how about you? Was Violet a writer when you met her?
She was not. I know she always wanted to be. And then I think me entering her life gave her more inspiration to do stuff.
Nice.
Lots of material.
And so, yeah.
Very cool. All right. And the Kandle girls over here, was your mom always a writer, like the whole time you were born, or did she start after you started growing up?
No, she
wrote. I
was
remember
always,
finding
like-
a story on her computer once and being like, "What?"
yeah, I mean, she taught us, she was our teacher, so she taught us English and all that sort of thing,
Mhm.
grammar.
yeah.
the same thing.
Gotcha.
But then she didn't really start writing until until we moved down here. So I was like 12, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll start with you guys and work back around the other way. What did you think when she first started writing? Did you know that she was writing, or did she like all of a sudden just, here, I have written this book? Did you know that was a process that she was doing? Did you did you have any idea that was where she was spending her time?
Yeah, I remember because you talked about, well, because it was like the Twilight books that kind of like inspired you. So I remember that. And then I remember you being like talking about it vaguely, but I also was so like a child wrapped up in my selfish ways. So I don't think I was kind of like, oh, that's great.
What about you guys? You guys remember?
Kind of like what Katie said, I don't particularly remember until it was done.
I think I remember you writing it, being part of the groups and things like that.
I do remember that. I do
Yeah,
remember
part of the
being
groups. Yeah,
part
that's
of,
true.
like,
Yeah.
groups. Yeah. I remember like your first launch party and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool. That's a nice memory to have. That's cool. So what about Peter and John, when Violet or Lucienne started writing, was it something that you were aware of was happening, or did it just one day there's a book and you're like, wait, how did this happen? I don't know, whichever one of you has something to share. Looks like Peter's got an answer. We'll start there.
Oh, I've always got answers. Oh no, I knew right from moment one. I think I was at work and I got a phone call and she's like, okay, I know that I don't really have time for this, but I was just in line at the coffee shop and I overheard two people talking and it sparked an idea for a story.
Cool.
And I'm like, okay, go for it. And yeah, that ended up being her first book that she got published. And
That's
it's
cool.
just been going from there.
So you knew about it right from the start. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
John, did you know that's what Violet was doing, or were you surprised when she was like, hey, I have this book?
We kind of devised a plan for her to phase out of the career that she was in, and then to do this full time. In the beginning, she took some other type of writing jobs, but then that kind of wasn't the point of what we were doing because it kind of took her away from doing the actual writing she wanted to do. So then it just became full time.
Very cool. So we'll start with you and continue on. What's a writing day for Violet like? Like it's just a typical writing day.
When I'm not home, she definitely gets more done. But it starts in the morning. I think it goes through the afternoon, and then when I get home, we just do the normal, life stuff. And then maybe she'll get back to it in the evening sometimes. But at different phases or stages of the book, it changes. Sometimes she'll pull an all-nighter and do things like that.
Yeah.
She's not a morning person, but she has been getting a little bit earlier. So
Gotcha. That's cool.
There's not one set way,
Right. Peter or any of the Kandle girls, you guys know what?
Lucienne
what's
usually
Lucienne's
starts
day like?
writing. She usually starts writing somewhere around 7:30 in the morning. Goes until about 9. And then of course starts her regular work day. And unlike John, she definitely gets more done when I'm here because otherwise the dogs are going to be, insisting on walks every 10 minutes, usually to go find me. And yeah, they're spoiled a little bit. They kind of like, since COVID, I've been working from home, so now they're so used to having both of us that they actually will insist on both of us taking them for a walk as opposed to just one. They don't like it when only one goes most of the time.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Girls, what's a writing day for mom like?
Well,
You don't live at home anymore, so it's hard for you to know.
I mean, but I know what it was in the past, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know, that you just write creatively because she does so much outside of being an author too, like taking care of the girls and taking care of our father.
So what you're saying is it's not a standard writing day.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not.
I
No.
usually write
She
late.
would write late or write, like, I remember you used to do like the voice to text kind of thing.
Dictation.
Yeah. And while you were driving or something like that, because you were in the car a lot for a while.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, now I think sometimes because you're home more, it's more structured, maybe like your work days at least are slightly more structured, but, or at least in
No.
theory, that's what you've communicated to me, but.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not there most of
Yeah,
the
No,
you're
you're
not
not
there.
there either. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's usually been nighttime, I think.
Yeah.
Do you
Because I
know,
can't get up really
you
late.
guys know what release day is like? Like when a book is coming out, what's a typical release day like? Like what are the things that she does? Is it any different than any other day, or is it like specific things that happen on release days that you know she's gonna do?
Champagne at dinner.
at
Devin,
dinner.
Devin says champagne at dinner. Yeah.
There you go. That's
Oh,
fun.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think at first,
Sometimes.
at first it was more of like, we would like try to do a dinner or something like that. But now you've gotten into the rhythm where you would like release so many at a time. So it would be like
By the
less of an
time,
occasion.
by the time you get to 128, it's like, okay,
But definitely like, yeah, champagne dinner.
yeah,
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 and sometimes like, oh, I gotta jump on and do this, or
Yeah.
yeah,
this
probably more
release
work.
party or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Peter, is there anything Lucienne does different or special on release days?
Stress out more than
Oh,
usual.
that's no good.
But you know her, you know, that's
yes.
what she's gonna do.
Right.
But no, I like the champagne idea. That's a good idea. She kind of got hijacked with her last book. I believe it came out in either late March or early April of 2020. So just as
Oh,
the
that's
whole
hard.
world shut down was when her
Mhm.
book came out.
Right.
Yeah, but she's actively working, she's having one marketed right now. She's got another she's in the middle of writing, and has plans on taking us to Italy to research for another. So,
Well,
it's tough world.
that's we're going to touch on traveling to Italy for research in just a second. John, is there anything that Violet does that's special or different for release dates?
I don't know. I know it is a little bit more of a chaotic day, a little stressful day, but I know like after the book is complete, we'll definitely celebrate and do dinner. And Violet likes to purchase a purse after.
Nice. That's a
So
nice
a little bit of a reward for her is a purse purchase.
That's a
I
nice
hit the
little
candy
token.
cane sign as soon as I finish a book, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what am I getting? So, yeah.
There you go. That works. I'm gonna just check. There's a couple of comments here. Tawdra, everybody thinks that you just Xeroxed yourself and made all of your children that way. Let's see here. John, people love your shirt. So there's that.
There you go.
Nice.
Shout out to the RCC.
There you go. All right. Somebody's asking a question that is also a question I'm going to ask in a minute. So we'll get to that. But before then, Peter, I'm going to start with you because you already kind of touched on it. Are there any perks that you get for having an author as your person, like traveling for
yeah.
research trips or any of that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. We I believe one of our trips to Ireland was research.
Yeah.
Greece, been to Colorado for research.
Nice.
As I said, we're going to, one of her upcoming things she wants to work in is based sort of in a fantasy based in around Tuscany in Renaissance winemaking area. So she wants to go hit that. So yeah, lots of travel for research. Sure.
Very cool. Anything else besides travel? Any I don't know. What? That was loud. Sorry about that. I'm not quite sure what that was. I apologize if y'all are hearing a weird ding somewhere.
Yeah, somebody wants to chime in. No, lots of
Just lots of travel.
Mostly it's travel, yeah. Whether it's to conventions, extra workout, schlepping the books up and down to to different
Right.
conventions.
Gotcha. John, any perks that you get for supporting Violet's writing?
Well, yeah, there is a little bit of the travel thing. I'm looking forward to we're gonna be doing some this year.
Nice.
And yeah, the conventions are kind of fun, depending upon where they're at. Take advantage of those. And oh yeah, there's also I'd gotten a meal comped because she put this restaurant that we go to in one of her books, and
Nice.
That's
made
nice.
the point to tell the owner that my wife did that,
Very
It's
cool. That's a fun perk.
One of my best friends talked to the owner about me putting it in the book, and he comped her meal. And then he went in with his business partner and mentioned that his wife had put the restaurant in the book and they got comped a meal. The only person who has not gotten any meal comped at all at this restaurant would be me. Yeah. So I'm glad
Have you
somebody's
told
getting
the
something.
owner? Have you told the owner? Maybe that's the
No,
problem.
I know. Every time I've gone in, the owner's not there. So
Oh.
How about Devin, Kate, and Haley? You guys ever found any perks for having mom as a writer?
Yeah, definitely. One thing is travel. When we were younger, anyway.
Yeah.
And then now, or before too, I was thinking, it was fun. Like I would before she had other editors and stuff like that, I got to be the first one to read certain books. And, that was always fun, and getting to talk to her and be trusted of looking through her books. That was fun.
Yeah. Sneak peeks.
Yeah, and then especially the early couple ones. I guess it was mostly Fearless that I looked at, right?
Yeah.
And then the other thing I was thinking was we have this is kind of a creative one, but we have really good conversations because she looks at the world like a writer does.
Right.
So we can think about we'll be sitting talking about oh, what are those people thinking or whatever, and then you get that kind of perspective on things.
Yeah,
That's
we
cool.
traveled. We did the trip to Kentucky was fun. We did a
Yeah.
lot there. Illinois, yeah, St. Louis. Do you have any perks, Devin?
I'm surprised that nobody mentioned getting books from their author friends.
I was gonna say that, or getting
yeah.
to meet certain people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've gotten to meet certain authors.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Yeah.
cool. So
We
since
can't
we've
bring
already
any more
got
books into the house.
well, you get double duty though, because you get author, the books that she's written and the books that she's agented for. So
yeah, the room I'm in right now, well, you can see just a few of them in the background. Both walls of the bonus room up here, which acts as our office, are just lined with bookshelves that are full of books.
Right.
Stacked too deep and on top of each other. So yeah, we're not allowed to bring books into the house too much.
Oh goodness.
I also get the opportunity to read the books before they go out also.
And
That was
very
actually
strong.
I'm sorry.
He has very strong opinions.
I'm her
on
best
things.
critic.
Well, that was the question that someone had asked in the comments and was also on my list to ask. Do you get to read, or do you want to read? Because I suppose it's perfectly legitimate if you don't want to read them. I'm sure that would be fine. But do you read the books that your person writes and get to offer opinions and whatnot? So we'll start with John and then go to the girls since it was mentioned already. So John, you've already got your mic open. So you get to read her books
Yeah.
early, you get to offer suggestions and opinions and whatnot?
Yeah, whether or not they get taken, but it is kind of cool to, go through the book even as she's writing, talking
Mhm.
about what's happening and, is this
Right.
plausible? Is that not plausible? And yeah,
Gotcha.
it's pretty cool to have some input, and sometimes, you get to see when you're reading it, you get some nods, and you notice other things that are in there that refer to other things and people and places.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool.
That's cool. That's cool. All of Tawdra's girls over there. You already mentioned that you got to read some things a little bit early and have the conversations. Is that something that you guys are still doing, or was that in the past?
Yeah, since she switched to romance, not so much.
Yeah.
Ah,
I probably read the most of everyone.
Didn't you read the
Yeah.
Anti-Cinderella?
I read
You read
Anti-Cinderella.
Anti-Cinderella.
And I read All Fearless, and I've read a couple of your shorts.
Yeah.
And like the ones that were like spin-offs of Fearless and Kate May and all that sort
Oh,
of thing.
yeah, that's right. Stardust, yeah.
so you read quite a bit. So do you get to offer your suggestions and your opinions on how things are going, or do you just get to read them because you're there and she loves you?
Yeah, I mean, I probably
You've
offered
offered
some.
opinions, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
Very cool. Peter, how about you?
I've actually only read one of her books.
Okay.
But I usually hear about them throughout the entire writing process. So
Gotcha.
most of them, I could tell you probably more about them than she could. And so by the time it comes out, I already know most of it. So I don't really, take the time to go back and read. And as far as ideas, she'll get stuck and she'll ask me,
Yeah.
but she's stubborn. So I'll make a suggestion and her reaction is no, but, and then she'll go in a different direction completely.
Gotcha.
So you're
So at least it
sparking
helps her.
something. You're still helping.
Yeah, exactly. I'm helping in some way. But yeah, no, she would never actually take a suggestion from me, but it at least, gives her a boot and she goes off in a different direction.
Gotcha. So you're what is it? Subliminally helping her.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. People in the comments are on it right now because they keep asking the questions that I'm going to ask you. We'll start with you since your mic's up. Have you ever noticed anything like super familiar about any of the characters, like little quirks that you have, or maybe other family members? Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, there's quite a few of them in there that are inspired by me. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
pretty much a
fun.
lot of her trickster characters or her smart asses in that. Yeah, that's all me.
John, I think you probably mentioned this too, didn't you? That you
Yeah,
recognized a few things.
Yeah, just more so, people and places and
Yeah.
sometimes, the way things are being said or
Mhm.
so.
Sometimes he'll kind of go, is that me? Like, is that me? And I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, like who else would it be? So there's little things that get in there.
For you and for Peter, because you already answered, do you think it's cool when that kind of stuff happens, or does it make you self-conscious?
Oh no, doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Excellent.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna change. I'm always gonna be a smart ass, and if it helps her out, whatever.
There
Good
you
for me.
go. There you go. How about the girls? Have you noticed any of your characteristics in any of your mom's characters?
My character. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Anti-Cinderella.
the Anti-Cinderella was a lot because it was her
Not my. I guess it is my passions or whatever.
for plants, yeah,
Right.
for that kind of life. And you insisted that a character be named after you in the paranormal books,
Mhm.
Catherine. Yeah,
Well, that's cool.
yeah,
Did you like your
And-
character in that book?
Yeah.
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 She
Cool.
turned out. to be-
How about any of the other girls? Did we lose Devin? Is Devin in the other room?
She's,
She's in with Mariah.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
she's in with the
she's
baby.
putting the baby down. Gotcha.
Baby, yeah. 50 Frogs was really about all of you because
Yeah.
because there's several things in there that were specifically things that you had had happen to you.
Yeah.
and Same with you. So, yeah. And
That's
somebody asked me during my author spotlight chat whether you guys minded the fact that I said that I had changed it enough. I thought you were okay. Like I
Yeah,
didn't
I
use
didn't
your
mind.
name. You didn't mind. Okay, good.
You didn't mind? Good. Cool, cool.
It'd be a great time to find out that they did, right? Like, well, actually, he's really upset about that.
That's funny. So we'll start with the girls because the mic's already on for you guys. What is the strangest thing you have ever seen your mom do while she's trying to like get into the book, or maybe she's blocked and she's trying to get the story rolling again? What's the strangest or oddest thing you've ever seen her do while she's in her writing process?
I don't
You
know.
don't know.
I've heard some authors talk about that they will listen to music, like the same song over and over and over again to try to like get the emotion going. And I've seen some people talk about they'll play those little dice where you roll the dice and it's like got pictures on it and you use it to like start like these little word stories and whatnot. So I was wondering if any of that kind of stuff, if you've seen your person do any of that kind of stuff.
I don't think like anything weird.
No, I don't think I do
Yeah.
anything weird.
Pretty normal.
I'm pretty like
Focused. Yeah.
focused and
You don't
Gotcha.
you're not like, oh, I have writer's block or something like that.
no. If anything, probably just that I just
You
tune
have
everything
again, you
out.
have so much else going on
Yeah.
in life that I feel like it's not always like,
Yeah.
oh, she's in the creative process right now. It's like,
Mhm.
it's possible that she's in the creative process, but she's also cooking dinner and doing the travel things. And yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's how you feel a lot, at least.
Yeah. And I think that there's been times in the past when I've been like ultra focused to the point that, and you've
Yeah.
probably experienced that a lot when I was putting out a ton of books at a time where I just
Yeah.
was all the time writing. So that probably would have been it. Yeah.
Yeah, just one
But I'm
thing.
not that weird about it.
John, has Violet ever had moments where she needed to, get her juices flowing and had to do something strange or unusual or odd to kind of keep the words flowing?
Not that I've picked up on. She may have answers to that, but
I think for me, a lot of times like where I'm sitting, if I tend to write and there's a certain chair, a certain like recliner thing that I tend to sit in, but sometimes if I just can't get it, I have to get up and move someplace else. And so sometimes I'll just like randomly get up and move around the house and sit in different places to try to get something different going.
Gotcha.
Not do anything weird, I don't think.
Yeah. Peter, Lucienne got
Yeah,
anything she does to?
Not anything specific, but you can tell when she's stuck and she's trying to procrastinate. Okay, I'm gonna go write, and then like 5 minutes later, she's still in the kitchen doing dishes or something. I'm like, I thought you were gonna go write. Oh, fine, and then she'll, so she'll try to do, to avoid the situation if she's a little
Right.
stuck. But she gets there.
Yeah. Very cool. We'll start with Peter. Do you know what any of her like writing goals are? Do you know what the next thing she's planning to write is, or do you kind of find out as things have happened?
No, she's usually by about halfway through the book she's working on, she's usually got an idea. She has had a couple of points where she's finished a series and she hasn't gotten a new idea yet, and then she's like, oh my God, what if I never have another idea? Just relax, it'll get there.
So I was gonna say, what do you do when she says that?
I'll just tell her to relax. It'll come.
Yeah.
And usually when I just enjoy the downtime in between, because it's so frantic otherwise between, her job and, our daughter's now moved out, but, when she was here, she had focused on that and her job and, me and the dogs. It's just take the time, be that ideal, be there. And then, within a couple of weeks, it shows up and then she's off to the races again.
Gotcha. John, do you know what Violet's got going on, what her game plan is in the writing world, or are you just kind of finding out as it goes along?
We pretty much, she has her goal set. And so I pretty much know, what's supposed to come out in, May and what's coming out in September. So yeah, we have our little goals. She has a goal set.
Cool. Haley and Kate, do you guys have any idea what your mom's got planned for the writing world, or do you just find out as things happen?
I found
Would you like to share with me?
a rough idea. Yeah, I know currently you're kind of, well, I don't know how much.
Yeah, no, I'm not really releasing anything right now.
Right.
So, yeah, but generally, I guess.
Yeah.
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 You were
Maybe not so far in advance, but
kind of releasing them. Oh,
I'm sorry.
quite a bit. This is my bedtime. So.
Yeah. Well, I won't keep you too much longer, I promise.
She lives on a farm, early to bed, early to rise.
Gotcha. Are there any interesting, not too terribly embarrassing, stories that you have about having your person and maybe being out somewhere where readers have been reacting to them, or maybe they get recognized, or they have, read a review that's really great, or anything like that? Do you have any kind of reaction stories from being out and about and among reader people?
Yeah, like at conventions, I remember people would come and it was always a little strange because it's like it's your mom who a certain way, and then all of a sudden there's these like random people who are like know her in a different way, I guess.
I remember somebody at the airport. What was that for my graduation?
Yeah, something like that.
Something
Somebody stopped.
Recognize you because of your purple hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
that's
think I was there
right.
for
Yeah,
that.
I remember
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Airport recognition, that's amazing. I love it. How about John or Peter? Have you guys, because you guys have both been with either Lucienne or Violet at conventions. How do you feel when everybody just like goes on and on about how amazing the books are and things like that? Is that something that you like to be a part of, or do you like to just kind of stand back and not be a part of all of that?
I think it's cool. I like to be a part of that. I like hearing all the positive stuff that comes out. Kind of like validates, how good I think she is. And so it's pretty cool to read reviews. It's pretty cool, like, a lot of the readers, when they post things about how the books make them feel or how they got affected by them. So it's pretty cool, like how many people her writings touch, so
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's a cool feeling, and it's you always want good things for your person,
Right.
so that helps.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know about, the other writers, but I know Lucienne is like terribly hard on herself. So seeing any recognition and, hearing a reader, who gushes about her book, it's good. It helps her keep going.
Yeah, that's cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. Well, I think we're going to start to wrap up just a little bit here. It's at the end of our day. So I would like to thank all of our featured authors and their people for joining us. I know Lucienne's not feeling well. Peter,
Yeah.
do you remember if Lucienne's got any other like signings or appearances or anything that she's going to be doing this year where people can go and see her anywhere?
She's gonna be at Pikes Peak, not necessarily as a Redwood, more as an agent.
Okay.
And there's at least one more, but I'm not exactly sure where she's gonna be
Okay.
this year.
Well, people can find out on her website, right? LucienneDiver.com should be the website.
Yes. Yep.
Fantastic. Cool beans.
Yep.
All right. So John, are you and Violet going to be heading out anywhere this year?
June, we're going to Deadwood,
Cool.
North Dakota, and then I guess a week or two after that, we're going to be doing a Space Coast Lovers, Book Lovers
Nice.
convention in Cocoa, and then September.
That's not announced yet. You
Okay.
can't announce that one yet. We have one in September, but it's
That's
not.
okay. Nobody heard it. Don't worry.
Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about.
I just thought about it, like right as you were about to
Message
say
me,
that. I was
message
like,
me,
"Oh,
I'll
I
get you
can't
the
tell
info."
anybody that
There we
yet."
go. There we go. There we go. And then to find out more about Violet stuff online is violethow.com.
Yeah,
You don't know my website.
yeah. I don't know if she's talking to me or talking to you.
She's talking to you. This is your deal. I'm just sitting
Okay.
here.
Yes, violethow.com.
Fantastic. All right. Haley and Kate, you know what your mom's got going on this year? Mom's chilling this year.
Nothing for
Mom's
the
written
rest of
128 books. Mom can take us a little bit of time to chill.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little rest, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, it's
And
kind of a
where can
strange-
people? I'm sorry?
With like COVID and stuff, it's just,
A strange
Different.
convention season, yeah.
Right. Which is why we're all inside our little boxes instead of sitting on a beach somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
So if people want to find out about your mom's books, where do they go to find out?
projectkandle.com.
Yes, she says, hopefully.
you said
All right,
that with
Dobie.
confidence, Kate.
All right, everybody, I am going to release us from our little boxes. Thank you all for hanging in there with me till the very end of a Saturday night. I appreciate you taking time. I appreciate all of our featured authors who brought their loved ones to chat with us a little bit. I think it's pretty cool that you guys are active and involved and so supportive of the people that we heart. So thank you for doing that with them and for them. And if you are watching this on live on Facebook, I tried to get to everybody's questions and comments. If I missed anybody, I apologize. If you are watching this on the replay and you leave questions or comments, we'll try to have the authors pop in the next couple of days just to kind of hit on anything that got missed. We are going to offer the replay on this. Will be already on Facebook, but I'll have it on YouTube as well for anybody who just doesn't care to do things on the Facebook platform. Tomorrow we have a bunch of things happening in the Coastal Magic, the last day of the Coastal Magic 10th anniversary convention. And so you can find that information on the coastalmagicconvention.com, or we'll repost the panel information on the Facebook as well, so you can see what's happening. So again, thank you all. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Well, some of you guys, I won't see all of you, but I'll see some of you guys tomorrow for our last day of the event. Thank you and have a good night.
Thank you for everything.
Good night.
You did. Great day, Jennifer. Thank you for everything you did
Great
today.
moderating.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Bye,
Good night,
Tawdra.
everybody.
Bye, Peter.
Well.
Good
Bye, Kate.
night.
Bye.